Did you know that changing your location can completely change your life faster than changing yourself? Relocating is arguably the fastest path to transforming and completely reinventing your life. I will break it down for you, so by the end of this video, you'll be a step ahead of your competitors and perhaps your friends too. According to the World Bank, people who move to better environments can increase their income by up to 3 to 6 times. And UK government data shows that people who relocate earn over 30% more than those who stay in the same place. Millions of people feel trapped in places they never chose. Your life might not be stuck because of who you are. Your life might be stuck because of where you are. Because there are places in this world where it is almost impossible to change your life. There are places where it is incredibly difficult to lose weight or become wealthy, and even harder to find true love. Not because you lack discipline and ambition, but simply because the environment around you works against your goals. There's times when the fastest way to transform your life is not changing yourself, but changing your location. Being born in that place you call home doesn't always mean that you actually belong there. And many people have experienced this feeling at least a few times in their lives, that quiet voice inside you that keeps asking, is this really where my life is supposed to happen? You wake up every morning in the same city. You walk the same streets. You see the same people. You buy groceries at the same place, and they even know you. Almost everyone knows your past relationships, and they don't expect much from you. And somehow, your life feels like it's standing still. Despite several attempts to reinvent yourself, you're still trying to bridge the gap between who you are and the person you dream of becoming. You're still stuck exactly where you started. But what if the problem isn't you? What if the problem is where you are? Many people spend their entire lives in the same environment where they were born, the same town, the same social circle, and same expectations. Over time, your ambitions and dreams start to feel impossible. Your environment begins to define what you believe is possible. Your life decisions are significantly shaped by your environment and the people you surround yourself with, simply because you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If everyone around you believes success is impossible, you slowly begin to believe it too. If no one around you dreams big, eventually you stop dreaming. Psychologists call this environmental conditioning. Your surroundings shape your mindset, your ambitions, and even your identity, and sometimes without realizing it. Then you become trapped by the limits of the place you grew up in, not because you lack talent, not because you lack ambition, but because the environment around you quietly convinced you that your dreams are unrealistic. And here is a question many people never ask themselves. How do you expect different results in the same place? Stop looking for answers in the same place that has been giving you the same results for many years. Now imagine something different. Imagine stepping into a completely new environment, a new city, a new country, a new culture. Suddenly, everything changes. You are no longer the person everyone thinks they know. You are no longer the quiet kid from school. You are no longer the employee who has been stuck in the same position for years. And no one knows your past relationships. In a new place, you become a blank page. And that blank page gives you something incredibly powerful, the ability to rewrite your story. Throughout history, millions of people have reinvented themselves simply by moving somewhere new. Students who left their hometowns to study abroad. Workers who moved to foreign countries in search of opportunity. Entrepreneurs who left everything behind to build something bigger. When people move to a new country, they are forced to grow. They must adapt. They must learn new systems. They must become stronger. And in that process, they discover abilities they never knew they had. But this idea of starting over in a new land is not something new. In fact, people have been doing it for centuries. Long before the internet, long before airplanes, long before translation apps and Google Maps. Think about the early European explorers. They sailed across unknown oceans to places they had never seen before. Many of them traveled to the Americas, Africa, and Asia without even knowing what awaited them. They didn't speak the language. They had no internet to research the country, no Google Translate, no online communities, just courage, curiosity, and the desire for a better future. Look at the English settlers who sailed thousands of kilometers to Australia. They left behind the cold, cloudy weather of Britain and eventually built new lives on the warm, sandy coasts of Australia. A completely different environment, a completely different life. They didn't wait for perfect information, they simply took the leap. Sometimes the version of yourself that succeeds in life is waiting for you somewhere else. But let's be honest, moving to a new country is not a fairy tale. It is difficult. In the beginning, it can be extremely uncomfortable. You might struggle with language barriers, you might feel lonely, you might have to take jobs far below your qualifications, you might have to start again from zero. But sometimes, starting from zero is exactly what transforms a person. Because when you rebuild your life from scratch, you build it intentionally. You choose better habits. You build new networks. You surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow. And slowly, the person you were meant to become begins to take shape. Here's something else that is both interesting and a little funny. Many people say they have given up on finding true love. They say there are no good partners left. They say they cannot find the right person. But the truth is, some of these people have never even stepped outside their own country. Imagine searching for love among billions of people on this planet, but limiting your search to the same small city where you grew up. Sometimes what we are looking for is simply not located where we are. The world is huge. Different cultures, different perspectives, different opportunities, and different people. And sometimes the life partner, the career, or the opportunity you are looking for is waiting somewhere far beyond the borders of the place you call home. Starting a new life in another country is not about escaping your past. It's about expanding your future. It's about stepping outside the invisible walls that once limited your thinking. Sometimes the biggest transformation in life doesn't come from changing who you are. It comes from changing where you are, because the right environment can unlock the best version of you. So if you've ever felt like you don't belong where you are, if you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever dreamed of starting over somewhere new, maybe that feeling isn't something to ignore. Maybe it's a signal that your story is meant to continue somewhere else. Because the world is far bigger than the place you were born. And sometimes, your future is not waiting where you started. The first step to finding yourself is leaving the place where you lost yourself. And if this message resonates with you, take a moment to like this video or share your thoughts in the comments.